Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This video I'm going to show you a few easy recipes and my grocery haul. So this is a smaller haul. We probably wouldn't have gone to Walmart this week, except we're expecting a hurricane, so we don't want to drive too far just in case it starts like raining, and I know that there may be like a potential long wait and stuff. So this is what we have for this week. I have a ton of groceries left over from last week, and I knew that this was going to happen because last week we also went to Walmart, and when I go to Walmart I always buy a lot of stuff. Anyways, as I was saying, when I go to Walmart I always buy a lot of stuff because they have a lot of stuff that you can't really get at like Trader Joe's and stuff. So this is our little haul. So we just have some like toiletry stuff, just some napkins and some toilet paper. I feel like we go through napkins so fast in this house. It's horrible. Sorry. Oh my goodness. Anyways, so we have some hot dogs and some hot dog buns, some strawberries, some sun chips, okay, so then do you want to sit here? Some strawberries, some sun chips, some hot dogs and hot dog buns. We have some sweet chili sauce, some Fiesta blend cheese. We have these quesadilla or like burrito wraps. I'm so sorry that I'm like shaking the camera so much. Some cheese. This is not my preferred one, but this is all they had. A big thing of heavy whipping cream. Some iced coffee for Brandon. A huge watermelon. I have a cucumber, some tomatoes, eggs, this smaller chocolate mini cone, and then this is my meat, and it's just some chicken thighs, boneless, skinless, and some chicken breast, boneless, skinless as well. And that's it, guys. I have a ton of pantry items still. I have like pasta and pasta sauces stocked. I always buy those a lot like at once, so I don't have to worry about that. I'm just supplementing with like the fresh stuff and things that would go bad. Also, I noticed like I didn't buy that many veggies this week, and that's because I also have so many left over and so many in the freezer that I really want to get used out. So that is that. Don't worry guys, I'm holding her. And that's all for my grocery haul. So I'm gonna make some lunch right now. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna have and how I'm going to make it. Okay guys, so I have Savannah here with me. She's a bit fussy. Wow, these tomatoes are tiny. Brandon did the grocery shopping this week, so I probably would have bought more, but this is what we're working on. Yeah. So this is a really easy salad recipe, you guys, and it is so delicious. Also, he bought like, I don't even know. I'm not a fan of these cucumbers. I like the ones that are either really small or the bigger ones that are like really long. But this I'm not a big fan of. I don't like the peel on these, so I'm gonna kind of peel like half of it. Okay, so I peeled it. I left a little left, but that's end off. And then I'm just gonna chop these two into bite-sized pieces, and this as well. Whenever I'm cooking with Savannah here, you guys, I always make sure to use a small knife. Obviously she never touches any of the knives, but just in case like it draws her attention, I always use a small knife. And again, I'm always watching her, so like it would never happen, but God forbid. So I'm just gonna put my cucumbers in here. Cut up my tomatoes. And my camera is gonna die soon, guys. If it dies, I'm just gonna finish filming on my phone, so the clip might cut off. So guys, I thought I had olives, but I don't, so that sucks. But I know a lot of people don't like olives. So this is also like one of those salads where you can literally put whatever you want and don't put whatever you don't want, obviously. I picked this avocado from my tree and it's ginormous. Okay. I don't even know how much of this to use. Like, I think this much is still a lot, but whatever. Anyways, as I was saying, you can do whatever you want with the salad. I personally also love like jalapenos in this salad, but it's like one of those things that I have to be in the mood for. So not today, but I'm gonna slice up this avocado into cubes. And feel free to add any like protein in here as well. Like shrimp is super good, like shrimp cocktail, or even just like chicken. But I feel like with the cheese and avocado, this is really filling for me. So especially for like a lunch, I don't mind. What's wrong? Do you want some avocado? Hold on. You want this? No, I'm supposed to eat that. I don't know if she's gonna even like that. But anyways, also gonna put some onions in here. I totally forgot. I really love raw onions in my salad. I know not everyone is a fan, so again, do whatever you like. I slice these really thin, but I keep them somewhat long. Okay. And goes in there. Red onions would probably be a little more mild, but it's fine. I don't mind it. I'll do a little bit more. Okay guys, at this point my camera did die, so I just chopped up some of these cheese cubes. I'm gonna put it in there. I'm gonna do a little bit more, and I'm gonna give some to Savannah as well. So. That's good. Ah, excuse me, did you make guacamole? Cheese. No? No, but this is cheese. Okay, so. Anyways, now I'm going to get some black pepper. And I put a lot of black pepper in here, you guys. Like a lot. Okay. A little bit of salt. I'm gonna toss first. And then the best balsamic glaze. Well, it's not the best balsamic glaze, but it's balsamic glaze. And balsamic glaze is the best. So I'm putting a good amount of that, giving it a toss so that everything is coated. And the balsamic glaze, you guys, is like slightly sweet, which makes this so delicious with jalapenos. That's why I love it. And like avocados, in my opinion, like are really good at mellowing the heat. So if you like spice or you're open to spice, definitely give it a try. It's delicious. I think that was maybe too much or just the perfect amount. Taste for seasoning. Just a little more. My child has made guacamole, but it's fine. And this is my lunch, you guys. This is one of the best salads you will ever eat, I'm telling you. It's filling, it's satisfying, it doesn't even feel like you're eating healthy. Tear some basil in here too, and it would be delicious. So that is it. Here's my child and her block. Okay guys, so this is not really a recipe, I guess, but I wanted to show you, if you know me, you know like I am a huge beverage person. I love like drinks in general. And obviously drinks can add a lot of unnecessary calories and sugar to your diet. So this is like a really easy lemonade recipe, I guess. So you don't have to use sweet and low. You can use stevia, you can use monk fruit extract, you can literally use any sweetener, and whether that's a low sugar one or just sugar is totally up to you. But I'm putting 1 packet of that with some water and some lemon juice. I don't use fresh lemons because I like never have them on hand for beverages, so I always keep this like bottled lemon juice, and it's so good, and it like satisfies that like need for a drink, for me at least. And this is basically no calories, so it's a really good alternative as opposed to having juice. Okay guys, so now it is dinner time. This is kind of like 2 recipes in one. Not really, because one of them is super easy and I feel like most people know how to do this. So what I'm making first are some chicken cutlets. We decided to do like our take on, I guess, like a surf and turf kind of. So we're doing chicken cutlets with some Bang Bang shrimp. If you've ever been to Bonefish Grill, it's the Bang Bang shrimp that they have. But you can literally obviously do this with anything. Bang Bang shrimp to me is just like the sauce is what makes it unique. So feel free to put this sauce on anything. It doesn't have to be shrimp. Anyways, first thing I'm doing is thinly slicing these chicken breasts, and I put my shrimp in some cold water to let it thaw, as opposed to hot water because that would cook it. So Brandon just beat an egg for me. We are trying to spend more time together and cooking together. So yeah, once my chicken is thinly sliced, I'm putting it into the egg mixture, and then I'm using some Italian breadcrumbs to bread them. I don't season my breadcrumbs or anything because I get the seasoned ones, and I feel like even adding a little bit more salt to it makes it salty, at least the ones I use. The ones I'm using today are not the ones that I prefer. I mentioned this in my last video. This is all they had at the store. These are the Progresso ones. I prefer the 4C's ones way better. They make them taste just like a million times better. So definitely get those, in my opinion at least. But anyways, I am just going to keep breading this chicken, and I love to deep fry things in my wok. I know people probably think I'm so weird, but I'm telling you, like, there's just so much surface area, and I feel like you don't have to use as much oil. So that's what I'm doing. Okay guys, so we're gonna get onto the shrimp. Brandon's beating another egg so we can bread the shrimp as well. So I'm actually taking the tails off of these. It's just making it a lot easier for when we eat it and stuff. So they were obviously in the water, so I am going to also set them on a napkin or paper towel so that they can dry, and then we're going to pat them dry further just to make sure that they're dry and that the breading and egg can actually stick to the shrimp. You don't want it to be wet because then it will like fall off, and it will also just like steam when you cook it as opposed to getting crispy. So that's what I am doing here, and I know it's kind of like a hassle to take off all the tails, so you definitely don't have to do that. You can leave the tails on and cook it, it'll be just as good. It's just like a preference thing for us. Okay, I cleaned this container. This is the container that I had defrosted the shrimp in, but don't worry guys, I cleaned it. So next thing I'm doing is starting with my sauce. This sauce is so easy. It is 3 ingredients. So the first thing that I'm using is mayo, the second is sweet chili sauce, and the third is sriracha. So the guideline, I guess, to measurements is 1 cup of mayo, half a cup of sweet chili, and half a cup of sriracha. Personally, I just eyeballed it all. Brandon is not a fan of like very spicy food. He can handle a little bit of heat but not too much, so I added a little bit less, and I just made a lot less sauce because we weren't making that much shrimp in general. So Brandon's gonna like give this a stir, and I'm gonna flip the chicken and make sure that it's not burning and cooking evenly. Once we are done with that, I am gonna go ahead and do the battering of the shrimp. So I'm just gonna dip it in egg and then dip it into cornstarch and then into the deep fryer, so, or the pan I should say. So definitely use cornstarch if you can, because it keeps it really crispy, and I feel like it just doesn't get as soggy in the sauce. If you don't have it, you can probably just use flour. And I'm seasoning my cornstarch as well because the shrimp obviously has no seasoning on it. Okay, so now my shrimp is all battered in that cornstarch seasoning mixture, and I am going to go ahead and throw these in the wok. This is the same oil I just pulled my chicken out of, and that's fine. So what I'm doing is cooking these for like a minute on each side, and they're done. If you know how shrimp is, you know they cook super fast. Make sure you don't overcook them. They can become very chewy really quickly, and they also get really small, I feel, when they're overcooked, which is not fun for anyone. So that's all I'm doing. I'm gonna fry these up, and if you're using cornstarch, I think I read or watched in a video that they're not going to get as brown, so don't sit around waiting for them to get like really golden brown, because they're just not going to get there, as opposed to like flour would turn really brown. So once these are done, I'm just going to take them off and put them onto a plate to get like excess oil off in the meantime, and then I'm just going to dip them into the sauce and start assembling my plate. Okay, so here we go, you guys. I'm literally just simply tossing a few in at a time, giving them a coating really lightly because I don't want to break them, which they probably wouldn't, but I also don't want to take any of the like crust off, so I'm just coating them and then plating. So for mine, I'm just putting them on my plate and topping them with the sauce because I don't like things like tossed in sauce, which I guess is a little weird, but that's what I'm doing. And this is dinner. I probably should have made some veggies, but we were so like caught up in trying to like make this recipe together that I didn't really think about it. So that's the final product, and it was so delicious, and in my personal opinion, better than the Bang Bang shrimp from Bonefish. Okay, so this is what I'm having for dessert, you guys. I don't know, I've been having such a sweet tooth lately. So it's just a small scoop of ice cream with a bunch of berries and half a banana, and I'm topping it with some whipped cream that I just whipped up really quick with my hand mixer. All I do is get some heavy whipping cream and a little bit of powdered sugar and whip it until it's to this texture, and it was delicious. Okay guys, so here we are at the end of the night, the home stretch. We're finally cleaning. So first thing I'm doing is unloading my dishwasher. I usually try to do this in the morning, but sometimes I forget. Sometimes I like just totally don't even think about it. So that was one of those days today, and that usually happens on the weekends because we're just like out of our normal work week routine. So anyways, unloading the dishwasher and then reloading it with all the dirty dishes from the day and getting to clearing my counter. So now that my counter is somewhat clean or has just less junk on it, we're gonna get to wiping it down and getting all of any like the stuck food and all of that off. Next, I'm going to be washing the pan that I just used during dinner and another pan that I used during lunch earlier for Brandon's lunch. He had a cheese quesadilla, so I'm just washing those two pans and setting them aside just to kind of dry. I do end up drying them with a towel, but setting them aside for the time being. Next thing I'm going to do is spray down this corner counter and my stove. I'm not giving you a close-up in this video because my stove was really not dirty. All it needed was a small wipe down, and that's all. Now we're moving on to the dining table. So as of lately, Savannah has not wanting to sit in her high chair. I let her sit on like a booster chair on one of the dining chairs one day, and since then she's just really preferred that. Some days I will put her in the high chair and she won't mind it. After she fusses for like 10 seconds, she'll kind of just give in and realize it's not that bad. But honestly, she fights me just to get in it. That other days I just let her sit in the booster. And that's what I did today, and she ate a lot of her meals there, which means the glass got really, really dirty, you guys. I need to get one of those like placemats for toddlers so that I can, you know, like try to minimize the mess. Obviously, it's still gonna get messy, but I really need to get on that. So guys, is it just me, or does anyone else's dog like need you to be there next to them while they go pee? This is why I was gone for a little bit, because my dog just needed me to be there so that he could pee. So now that I'm back, I am going to spray my dining table. I'm just kind of letting the glass cleaner sit because there was some stuck on food. So just letting it sit there as I vacuum. Floor wasn't too bad today, but it was raining a ton, and Brandon was bringing in a lot of the stuff that we have in our yard inside that was wet. So there was a lot of water on the floor, so I wanted to still clean. I feel like I mop every single day at this point, sometimes multiple times a day. Like earlier this day I mopped, and during this nighttime cleaning routine I'm going to mop again. So it's pretty annoying, but this is what it is when you live in a house with dogs and in an area where it rains a lot. Okay, now I'm putting these 2 pans away, drying them. They were pretty dry already, just making sure that there's no more water, because obviously you don't want any water sitting in your pan, in your cabinets. It's gonna smell, potentially rust, so not fun. So next thing is I'm just trying to get my counter as clear as possible. There's always something on my counter. It's never completely empty, and I have just kind of learned to accept it at this point. Today, Savannah went under the stove in like that little drawer compartment under the oven and found my cake pans and walked around in them as if they were shoes. And it was like the cutest thing ever, but it was also like super loud and noisy. Okay, so here we are finally mopping. I'm only doing like this walkway from this door to our garage door, which is kind of where the camera is. So yeah, I already mopped like a bunch of times this day. So the floor was pretty clean. It was just the water that Brandon had tracked in from bringing stuff back and forth into the garage. So I'm just cleaning that walkway. Okay, so pretty random. The last thing I'm doing is putting this last hurricane shutter on. I'm not too afraid for the hurricane. I don't think it's going to be bad, but I figured we have the hurricane shutters and the hurricane may come really early in the morning or throughout the night. So I just wanted to be prepared. And I also wanted to know how easy it was to like do this. And as you can see, it was so easy. So I figured you may as well just use them. You have them, Grace. And that's what I'm doing. My dogs already went out for the last time today. I know it looks really bright. At this point, it was like 9 o'clock at night. So I am just doing that. And then I'm going to start my dishwasher. And that's it. I'm going to head upstairs, edit this video, and get to bed. And hope that when I wake up, this hurricane is far, far away from us, not gonna hit us. Again, I don't think it's gonna be very bad, but I don't mess with nature. Nature does its own thing. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please leave me some feedback in the comments. I would appreciate it so much. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.